Welcome to Tea Talk. I'm your girl named Nicole. Today I want to talk to you about love and marriage, Huntsville. And I also want to talk to you about my experience at Trends Radio yesterday. I met a guy that I used to know.
Hi there, and welcome to Tea Talk with your host, Naim Nicole. Subscribe, like, and share. Tea Talk, where we sip and spill that tea on celebrity gossip, pop culture, and mainstream media. She'll be sipping and spilling that tea. Tea Talk with Naim Nicole.
Welcome. How you guys doing? So, today I'm going to talk about love and marriage, Huntsville. But before that, I want to talk about my experience yesterday at Trends Radio. Okay. So, I went to have a meeting with the CEO. And we had a conversation. And, he likes what I was saying, etc. After that, I decided, me, I need to do a show because it's an opportunity. I'm trying to prove myself, Well, first of all, my makeup artist was not there. Oh, yes, my makeup artist, that's my daughter. Look at my face, okay? And at Trends Radio, let me tell you something. They had light in the roof. They had light on the ground. They had light to my left, light to my right, light in the back, light in the... Let me tell you, the pig... Listen, when you go through the airport and they scan you and you can see everything? Let me make the picture a little bigger. I tell you, they see every pimple. Look at me. You can see every pimple. Look at the palm of my hand, okay? No, that is a good thing. Yeah, what I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to make is that place have some high-tech stuff. So if you guys want to do all your show or all you have anything, all you want to do, podcast, anything, great. Just be prepared because I'm telling you, if you have a zit that you don't want people to see, it's going to show up on the $1,000 camera. So... beside all that, there was a guy there that I used to know. Hi. So I was like, make sure I look cute, eh? He's like, don't worry, you're always cute. Watch me now. So he put me on. No, but I did look cute, okay? And I said to him, but look, you can see the thing. He's like, don't worry, you're pretty. You're all right. Let me tell you something. I came home. My son is like, Mommy, you look like you had a reaction from something. I say, stop. I said, they have some high-tech camera in there, man. By the way, Trends Radio, www.trenzradio.com. No, check them out, for real. And on IG is Trends Toronto. No, Trends Radio Toronto, right? Trends Radio Toronto. Yeah, they're on IG too. I'm going back. Oh, yes. The boss man, the CEO, he liked the vibe, man. He said, no, come back. He giving me 4 Fridays to prove myself. So I beg you all you. No, this is a begation. I want a little like. I want a little subscribe. If all you want to comment, that's good too. But oh God, help the cause now. Help me. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Every Friday, I'm going up there. And then during the week, I'll do my thing on TikTok, because I want them to keep me. So if all you, like the video, say what all you want. It don't matter. And what else? What else all you need to do? And tell a friend. One, subscribe, because I'm going to shout down the place. No, I'm doing Fantastic Friday. That's what my show is called, okay? At Trends Radio and TV. www.TrenzRadio.com. So that's me. I had fun though. It was really good. But then, I want to do a good representation because that place is really upscale and thing. So I said, nah man, I gotta take down the video because I don't want to let it think like, oh, she's there and why it look like that. Because for real, that place, if all you see, man, no. I know I'm dramatic, but no. You have to literally go in. It may not You may not see what you want to see online, but I'm telling you, or call me. If all you have a show, all you want to do, or all you have like a cooking. I can't cook. Let me tell you something. I can't cook. So if all you have a cooking show, we could do a cooking show together. No, call me and say, Nicole, Nanka, let me do a thing now. I'll go hook it up, okay? So if all you want anything and all, you don't want to call them, no, call me. Message me and we go do it together. Have a big mouth. Come on, let me do the thing. Alright? As we sip and spill the tea. So, Trends, I go see you on Friday. And the guy that I used to know, how you doing? I should have said the... Okay, let's move on. So today, you know me, I love a good sauce, eh? So today we're going to talk about love and marriage Huntsville. And for the past couple of weeks, I've been butchering the girl name. This pretty girl here. Her name is Melody. Not Melanie. Melody. Lad, forgive me. Alright? Okay, so the episode started with the continuation of Miss Wanda and Martel. If all you watch last week, all you know Martel come to confront the lady and they start talking who is a B and who is not a B and they buzz in. Okay? So that's how it started. You know, Destiny is trying to like, you know, end it all. She took Martel, Jesus. She took Martel away. You know, Miss Wanda had followed Melody to her car and Tisha, her daughter, was like, leave her alone, you're not a mom, etc., etc., etc. So when they all that said and done, Destiny also left with Melody. They drove off. It was like too much. So they came back at the table. I agree, okay? When they came back at the table, Lord have mercy, is more drama. Miss Wanda is arguing with Kimmy and Latisha, and it's your grit is the way. And I'm like, you were not invited. I agree with Kimmy. You were not invited. Then you came to my party, and then you make a big scene. Like, come on. Boy, like, I don't care what all they say. Ratings. Let me turn the page. Okay. So, let's just move along because like I said, you know, no, but before we move along, I want to say this. Miss Wanda is currently, you know, there is something online and Latisha is defending her and stuff like that. Let me tell you something, Tisha. You don't go online and defend it. Leave it alone. This is a reality show. The more gas you give it is the more the fire gonna light. Just leave it. People are entitled to their opinion. That's why you guys are there. That's why we are here to talk about all here. So leave it alone. That's all I want to say. Okay? So Kimmy was Marsal. I'm so with these M's, okay? Which is Latisha's husband. Invited Kimmy out, you know, to have a conversation and stuff to see how things are going. And she's telling him, she's like, listen, this is too much and I'm done. She's not invited to no event anymore. He's like, oh, you're sanctioning her? She's like, no, but it's done. So he's like, so who is going to tell her? She's like, I think Latisha, blah, blah, blah. So he decided, you know, that's his mom-in-law. As I told earlier already, Miss Wanda is always on him. So he decided he's going to speak to his wife and he's going to speak to Miss Wanda as well. Well, when he went home, that's his wife, you know. I tell her about them. He started telling her, you know, the situation. She doesn't feel her mom did anything wrong. He's like, you know, she did. Like, she come in the party. She wasn't invited. You invited her. And then she make a scene. Like, come on, Latisha. So, you know, it's a mom. She has a sensitive spot. She's like, oh, you know, you're always taking their side. A, B, C. Kimmy this, that. Kimmy's a Melody side on the Holtz, etc. Let me tell you something, Latisha. No, listen to me, your Canadian friend. You and Kimmy are not sisters, okay? You and Kimmy, here my camera is up there. You and Kimmy married two brothers. That doesn't mean all you have to get along. That doesn't mean every barbecue there is, Kimmy has to show up. Kimmy don't have young kids to play with your kids. Kimmy could be friends with whoever she wants to be friends with. You need to deal with that insecurity, man. Don't, deal with what's really happening, and don't try to use the girls and the female and them to cover up what's happening, because you see your husband and he's smooth talk. Like I say, I used to know. He's smooth talker to the point where he calm her down, and then he's like, did you like the way I handled the situation? She's like, yes. He's like, okay. Now what do you think about sex? Marisol is like typical. Really? We don't work like that, my friend. Women, you're mad. We need time. We need maybe a couple of hours to calm down. You think after all that, then we're just going to be like, oh, okay? No. Our brain don't work like that. She's like, don't you have to go to work? Or don't you have something to do? But I like him. No, I tell her about him, he's Mr. Underrated. As you see him, when he thing come out of the closet and it spill all on the curb, forget curb, they're going all on the street. Because he has something, I'm watching him, but I like him. Okay? I'm not wishing nobody wrong, I just like him. Okay. Here is another M. Okay? I am so tired with this M. Melody. Oh yes, I'm getting it right. Melody brother name is Marcus. Like really? Like there is Melody, there is Marcel and Martel and Mars this and Maurice and too much M. Okay? But let's continue. So, she's talking to her brother, about the situation and stuff like that. And of course, he's angry, pissed off. Who wouldn't? Like, come on. It's only natural. So he decided he's going to have a conversation with Martel. Listen, that's coming up, okay? I'll go see. But before all that, the podcast, with the mommy podcast, took off. They were chit-chatting. They're waiting for Kimmy to come. She apparently was late. Then she get there. Tisha did the introduction. Everything is going good. Then Kimmy started to talk about the fact that, everything happened in 2020 and she was able to celebrate different aspects of Jillian's, whatever. And then Destiny says, until. Lord have mercy. Tisha already decided she wasn't going to bring it up in the podcast because she told her hubby when he was having the convo, etc. But I guess her feelings, she's that, well, Marcel said, and my mom, and they are going back, and Kimmy's like, is this what the podcast is about? And they went on. Destiny is rolling her eyes. But here's the part. No, I have to. I like drama. Here's this.
Me and my wig can just escape right now. Can I say that?
That's Destiny. That's Destiny about her and her wig and escaping. I was like, girl, I love it. Like, one more time.
Just escape right now. Can I say that?
Okay, I didn't need to play it 3 times. Jeez, I'm being dramatic now. Okay, so now, she put on an event, which is the event where, and it was also Halloween, so they were all wearing costumes to the event, the kids, things like that. They chit-chatting, everybody having a good time. Well, look who's showing. I'm liking this, Did I miss anything? Listen to me. Martel and Marcus, which is Melody's brother, showed up like, I don't know, I guess Pharaoh. But that's not the point. It's the kickoff. But I have maybe like 18 seconds of the video to show you. If you want to see the rest of the video, you have to go to the other channel that I created where I could upload video, because like I said, sometimes I have to take it down, I have to edit, you know, YouTube, there's rules. I'm still in developing stage, so work with me. So I'm going to play you 18 seconds, but go to here's the T, here's DAT, and you'll see the entire video. Okay, but before all that, let me just go back a little bit. Martel had visited also Destiny to have a conversation and apologize and stuff, and she was just telling him, you know, like taking responsibilities and stuff like that. And you know, Martel likes to go back and forth. Yeah, I didn't write it down, but she said something good about reaction, like changing the standards and changing his reaction, things like that, because he's very reactive, you know. So he was talking about the roles and women role, and she's challenging him and asking him, what does that mean? Like, when you're talking about role, what does it mean? And of course, he's going back to, you know, infidelity, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, Martel. Let's just move on. But before we say goodbye, like I said, thank you guys for liking and subscribing. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. I'll be at TrenzRadio on Friday, where we do Fantastic Friday, where I'll be capturing stuff that happens throughout the headline and just bringing you guys more tea. But before we go, I want to play the video. Thank you all. Subscribe, like, and share. Bye, y'all. As I sip and spill that tea. Look at the video.
When the kids were at my house, do you know what they told me when it was time to go? They told Troy, will you be our daddy?